Hey, how's it going? It's Sam Frost here, back with some more digital marketing advice. Now, in today's short video, we are looking at the following question, which I see asked by a lot of people, and it's, how do I check my SERP or my search engine rankings in Google, or actually any other search engine for that matter? Now, to start off, the biggest thing I see as far as mistakes go, and where most people tend to go in the first instance, is they'll grab their phone, they'll grab their laptop, they'll grab their iPad, whatever, jump on Google and search their keywords. So let's say that your keyword you're trying to check your ranking for is mobile dog grooming Christchurch, so you're in Christchurch, New Zealand, could be Christchurch, UK for that matter, and you've run a mobile dog grooming business and you want to rank number one for mobile dog grooming Christchurch. You might grab your phone and jump on and search and see where you land in terms of those search results. Now, this makes logical sense, it's easier to do, but what's important to remember is that Google these days does do a lot of personalization with search results, especially if you're logged into a Google account, like a Gmail account, for example, or a G Suite account while you're searching. And it's not uncommon for what you to see to deviate quite substantially to what other people would see if they were running that search for the first time, or they weren't frequent visitors to your site, or sort of deliberately searching and then clicking through. And a giveaway for this sometimes is if someone comes to me and says, hey, this is weird, I'm searching my keywords, I see my website at number one, but other people are telling me that they see me down the bottom of the page, or they don't even see me on the first page, and they'll send over a screenshot of what they've searched, and they might be logged into their Google account, and then you'll see their website results sitting with purple text in Google, and what that tends to indicate is that Google's almost personalized that person's search and brought their own website up to the top. So basically searching your own keywords using your device, especially if your device is logged in, if you're not using incognito browsing, it does give you some sense potentially of where you're ranking, but it's really not that good. It's not particularly accurate. So with that in mind, what should you be doing? Well, the most important thing to do is to use an independent SERP checker or search engine ranking checking tool. Now, there are really two kinds of tools here. There are spot checkers, and then there are sort of rank trackers, and they kind of exist for two different things. So a spot checker is really a tool that you would use to determine where do I rank at a given point in time. So a tool I would use for this, for example, is What's My SERP. You can Google it, or I'll leave a link in the video description. What's My SERP has a really usable free tier. You just jump on, you type in the location you want to run the search from, you type in your keywords, you can put your URL in, and What's My SERP will spit back where you rank for given keywords. It's really easy to use, and it will just tell you where you rank at a point in time. Now, if you want to track your rankings over time, you don't have to run the search every day or every week or every month and keep track of that in something like Excel. You could use a rank tracking tool, something like SERP Robot. SERP Robot is the tool I tend to use for this, but there are lots of other ones. There are dozens of these different tools. All you've got to do is jump on Google and actually search SERP Checker or Rankings Tracker, and you'll just have an endless plethora of tools you could be using. SERP Robot, I've used it for a long time. I find it reliable. I find it easy to use. The interface is a little clunky, but it's sort of clean and efficient once you get to know it, and it's very reasonably priced. And there is a very usable free tier. Now, what you can do with SERP Robot is you can jump in, you can create a project, you pick your location once again. This is really important. If you're sitting in, say, Christchurch, New Zealand, like I am, but you're trying to rank a site in the United States, and you're doing your manual checking with your device, you're going to see different results to what someone searching in, say, New York City might see. And so instead, what you might want to do is say, hey, well, I really want to rank in New York City. I'm going to set my searching location in SERP Robot as being in New York City. And so you do that, you add in your keywords, and then what this is going to allow you to do is track your rankings over time. So you can actually say, hey, we've started out in position 50, and now we're actually ranking in position 3 or position 2 or 5 or whatever the case may be. And Google updates come along, or hey, we've noticed we're slipping in rankings. What's going on? And you can work backwards and start to analyze what might have gone on there, as well as seeing the gains of your SEO efforts as well. So yeah, if you want to track SERP rankings, try to stick away from doing it manually on your device, especially if your device is logged into a Google account, especially if you do a lot of Googling of your own keywords and clicking on to your site links. It's just not the best way to do it. It's going to show you potentially inaccurate results. Instead, use an independent rank tracker or SERP checker. You can use a sort of spot checking tool like What's My SERP, or you can use a rank tracker like SERP Robot. I'll leave a link in the video description to SERP Robot, as well as some other tools you might want to look at. You might prefer the interface of other ones. ones as well, but I tend to find that I stick with that. Now, one other way that you can track your rank over time as well is you can use Google Search Console. Google Search Console gives you a picture of your average position over time, both sort of holistically for all the keywords you rank for, and you can also filter down to specific search phrases or keywords. It's good in conjunction with something like SERP Robot as well, so I do recommend you have Google Search Console set up as a matter of course anyway. It's SEO best practice, but then you might also want to add on an independent rank tracker. And as I said earlier, if you've only got a handful of keywords you're tracking on say one project, you won't even need to pay for SERP Robot. It's free to use. It's just when you start tracking multiple sites, multiple projects, or many keywords that you might need to pay. So hopefully you found that helpful. Please do like this video. Please subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Leave a comment if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.